40s with the passionate Ange Dion. Ange is a highly organised, self-motivated individual who exercises passion in everything she does. Now, I don't know we're going to have as much passion as we've just had, so hold it back a little bit, please. Let me recover. Her mission is to inspire one person on a daily basis to do better in their life and to leave a legacy of helping people overcome their hurdles. So we're delighted that she's here with her organisational list skills to inspire us. Please give a passionate welcome to Team 40s and Ange.
Oh, thank you, Louise, for a great introduction. I can't tell you how nervous I was 2 years ago when I received the email saying to present my story. I read the email about 100 times, put it in the back burner, left it, and then I got a second email saying, are you going to respond? And I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to be overseas next year, I'm going to be gone, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then COVID came. Guess what? You don't have to worry about it, it's done. And then Brooke comes back again. We're back on. I was like, now it's time to face my fears, I've got to do the story. What am I going to talk about? No one wants to hear my story. COVID round 2. Yes, I don't have to do this. A couple of months ago, they say shit got real, huh? Date, 25th of May. What am I going to talk about? Crossing off my bucket list. Well, I looked at it and looked at it and looked at the email again and again, and I can tell you I have written this piece so many times. Because I don't know about you guys, but I don't know, or I didn't know what a bucket list is. No. See, I'm a good Greek girl. I was born in the land of the gods, Greece, raised in Sydney, downtown Marrickville. That's the one. So if you know my hood, they make great food, great coffee apparently. It's the inner Sydney hub. Not that I go very far, I go down the street to the office and back up again. If I've got to go any further, I get really narky. Okay? So I grew up in a Greek environment, very, very Greek. Spoke Greek only. The only time that switched at home was when Mum wanted to learn English. My Greek background included a lot of responsibility. It included a lot of respect, a lot of chores, and a 2-letter word called me. As in other words, don't. Don't do this, don't do that. Watch what you do, watch what you say, because the world is watching. The Greek community is going to talk. So, fair enough. My biggest dream has always been to be up here. I love the lights, I love being in front of the room, and I have a massive love affair with this thing called a microphone. And love singing, and I'm always known as the Greek singer or the MC in the Greek community at weddings. And I always say, throw me a microphone and I'm yours. And here I am today. However, a singing career was off limits, and I meant no. Mum was like, not allowed. I didn't bring you out into the society so that you can become a singer. You're going to go to university. You're going to study like everybody else. Are you going to be a politician? Or you're going to be a Vicky Goro, lawyer? Oh, no. It's not me. And I fought that dream for a long time. So, after living a life of no, me, don't, do, and taking on life's challenges, I find myself at the mere age of 47, sitting on the couch. I've crash landed back at home with Mum and Dad after marriage number 2 ended. And I'm thinking, for the last 20 years of my life, when I'm supposed to be living, I've been going through divorce number 1 to husband number 1, which left me financially broke and in debt. I then go through what I call opening the lid on the washing machine and watching the tub go around in circles, because my life was going through the washing machine on the spin cycle. I crash landed in 2011 with a nervous breakdown. Recovered, did all the work supposedly, got back out into society, met husband number 2. That ended 7 years later. After me giving a lifetime, he says, I'm not happy. Did I get it so wrong? I must have. So, if that ends, I land at home and I sit on the couch and I look at Mum and I go, Mum, I'm done. I have nothing else to give. I don't know what else to do. And it hits me that I am now, apart from feeling like the broken crystal vase, I am the leaking bucket. Now I've got a lot of cracks, a lot of wounds, and I'm sure a lot of you in this room have too. And I've had to face every single one of them. And I promised myself at 47 that from here on in, if it didn't make me feel good, didn't make me shine, or didn't make me sparkle, it wasn't happening. Boundaries, borders, rules, terms, mine. If that's selfish, well, bad luck, because it didn't work for 47 years. So, I'm old enough to know and trust my intuition. I don't need anybody's approval anymore. The realization has kicked in that although this leaking bucket has got a lot of cracks, I'm prepared to do the work to transform. So there's no more me. Anybody says me around me, don't. I'm like, see you later. Anybody says, Ange, could you want to do this? I'm like, no, don't. If I hear the word but why? Because I don't want to. It's that simple. So, my bucket list is my bucket life. It's about filling up on emotions, because at one point in my life, I was very disconnected. So the last 3 years have been challenges and hurdles that I've had to overcome. Number one, I had to turn my life around mentally first, so I didn't go out killing anybody. I'm sure people can relate to this. I then went on a harbour cruise, because I was advised by a bestie after divorce number 2 to go on a cruise. She says, you're very social, Ange, you meet a lot of people. Well, let me tell you, no one wanted to have dinner with me. It seemed to be a threat. I'm never doing that again. I focused on living in the now, becoming present, as we don't know what tomorrow brings. I played Bob the Builder as I gutted and renovated my home. I'm never doing that again. Or pay for someone to do it. I became self-employed. Started a small business in safety in construction, because I was one of the first women 17 years ago to walk in the space. I'm currently known as the Queen of Safety because I've dominated a male sphere. And I encourage all women who want to be traded cheap, come to town. Of course, I've started a free Facebook group called the Reach Out Collective, where we support the community for free. We help people struggling with their mental challenges who don't want to go see a psychologist and can't afford to see a coach. Of course, we added diamonds to the collection because you know what? I like to bling. My biggest accomplishment to this day is that I'm a godmother to 5 gorgeous kids. So that would be my biggest accomplishment because I'm actively involved in their ages, in their life, and they range from the age of 2 to 29. Recently, and let me tell you, this was not easy, I attended a life recharge, an ultimate life recharge in Byron Bay at 142 kilos. 141.8, but 200 grams between friends. I'm sure you'll give me the credit, okay? I nearly had a heart attack climbing that mountain at the lighthouse, if you've ever done that walk. Let me tell you, I stood at the top of it. I couldn't breathe. My heart was racing and my world was circling. And I'm thinking now, is this it? Because it really felt like it was over. But I was determined to keep going. I climbed that mountain. I got to the other side, and then much to my shock, my mentor says, we now got to go back. Okay, since then, end of Feb, I have now lost 18 kilos by myself. With the help of a fast, which is absolutely boring, but hey, we're going to do it anyway. And I'm working on the biggest item on my bucket list. And that's been evolving myself to be a better person on a daily basis, taking people with me on this journey who want to become something better, while I head to be known as the Greek version of Oprah Winfrey. And yes, you got it right. I don't want to be known just in New South Wales. I want worldwide, global domination. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being here tonight. I hope I winged my storytelling.